Modifying your car is one of the most personal things you can do. Whether it's for performance, appearance, or just standing out in traffic, the car scene is built on creativity. But some mods, while popular, are flat out illegal. And yet, people still do them. In this video, we're breaking down 10 car modifications that are completely illegal in most places, yet somehow keep showing up at meets, on the streets, and even in daily drivers. Stick around to the end, because the final mod, it's not just illegal, it could land you in serious legal trouble, fast. 1. Underglow Lighting. Underglow lighting looks cool. It was made famous in movies like The Fast and the Furious, and it's still a favorite among car show enthusiasts. But once you take that glow onto public roads, you could be setting yourself up for a ticket. In many states, underglow lights are legal only if they meet very specific criteria, such as not being visible from the front or rear, not flashing, and definitely not using blue or red. Those colors are reserved for emergency vehicles, and using them can be seen as impersonation. Even white or amber underglow can get you pulled over if they're too bright or distracting. The law varies by state, but in general, underglow is considered more of a show feature, not a street feature. The lights may look harmless, but in some jurisdictions, you can be fined, cited for distracted driving, or even ordered to remove them during a roadside inspection. 2. Loud or straight-piped exhaust systems. There's a fine line between a throaty exhaust note and one that breaks noise laws. A straight-piped exhaust, or even some aftermarket systems, can easily push a car past local decibel limits. In California, for example, the legal maximum for exhaust noise is 95 decibels. Many straight-piped setups can reach well over 100. That's not just annoying to your neighbors, it's illegal. And it's not just the sound that's a problem. Removing mufflers, resonators, or catalytic converters in the process often violates emissions laws, especially when sensors are disabled or tuned out. You might love the sound, but law enforcement sees it as a noise complaint waiting to happen, and the fines can stack quickly. 3. Illegal window tint. Window tint laws are some of the most frequently ignored and most strictly enforced vehicle regulations in the country. Every state has its own limits on how dark you can tint your windows, especially the front ones. In New York, front side windows must allow at least 70% of light through. In Florida, it's 28%. That's a massive difference. And crossing state lines with illegal tint could get you stopped, even if it was legal where you live. Windshield tinting is even more tightly regulated. Some states only allow a small visor strip at the top, others ban it entirely. Police often carry portable tint meters, and failing a test can result in an immediate ticket, a required fix-it order, or even impound in extreme cases. License plate flippers and covers. License plate flippers, tinted covers, and reflective blockers are often sold as novelty items, but using them on public roads is a serious offense. Why? Because they interfere with license plate visibility, which is essential for enforcement of tolls, red light cameras, and basic identification. Even partially covering your state name or registration sticker can be grounds for a traffic stop. And if you're using a device that actively hides or flips your plate at speed cameras or toll booths, that's not just a traffic violation, it's fraud. Using these devices can result in heavy fines and, in some states, criminal charges related to tampering with government-issued identification. 5. Illegal engine swaps. Engine swaps are one of the ultimate car mods. They're also one of the riskiest when it comes to legality. Federal emissions laws, enforced by the EPA, require that any swapped engine be from the same year or newer and include all of its original emissions controls. If you drop a performance engine into your car, but ditch the catalytic converters or EGR system, you've officially tampered with emissions equipment. In California, the process is even stricter. You need a Bureau of Automotive Repair bar inspection to make the car street legal. No inspection, no registration. Fail to comply, and your car can be classified as non-roadworthy, uninsurable, and even subject to seizure during emissions crackdowns.
There she goes.
6. Radar and laser jammers. Radar detectors are legal in most states, but radar and laser jammers are not. The key difference is this. Detectors passively receive a signal, while jammers actively interfere with law enforcement's ability to read your speed. That's considered obstruction of justice. In some states, it's treated as a criminal offense. Federally, radar jammers also violate FCC regulations due to signal interference. Even possessing one in your vehicle can get you into trouble, regardless of whether it's turned on. You might beat the speeding ticket, but at the cost of a federal fine or even jail time. That's a dangerous gamble. 7. Catalytic converter removal. Removing a catalytic converter, also known as going catless, is illegal under federal law, no matter what state you're in. The Clean Air Act makes it illegal to modify or remove emissions equipment. And yes, that includes your CAT. Some tuners disable oxygen sensors or flash the ECU to hide the change. But emissions tests, roadside inspections, or even traffic stops can expose the modification quickly. Beyond just a fine, this mod can prevent you from registering your vehicle, void your warranty, and even cost you thousands in repair and legal fees if caught. 8. Air suspension adjustments. While driving, air suspension systems offer dynamic ride height adjustment, and they're totally legal until you start adjusting them while driving in a way that makes your car unsafe. In most states, your car must maintain a minimum ground clearance and headlight height. Lower it too far while moving, and you can get cited for unsafe modification or failing to meet safety standards. It's especially risky when slammed cars scrape speed bumps, damage undercarriages, or reduce visibility for other drivers. If you can't safely steer, brake, or see due to your ride height, you're not just risking a fine, you're risking a crash. 9. Colored headlights and taillights, blue and red lights on non-emergency vehicles are banned in almost every state. And yet, aftermarket headlight kits with colored halos or LED replacements keep popping up at car meets and online. Even subtle blue tinted lights can get you pulled over if they resemble police or fire department vehicles. The same goes for taillights that are smoked or tinted to the point where they reduce visibility. These mods not only break the law, but they pose a serious safety hazard by reducing your car's visibility to others. If your lights are so dark that someone can't see you stopping at night, you're one tap of the brakes away from being liable for an accident. 10. Rolling coal. Rolling coal is a diesel-specific mod where drivers tune their engines to emit huge black plumes of smoke, often on purpose, aimed at pedestrians, cyclists, or other drivers. Not only is this immature and dangerous, but it's a violation of multiple federal and state environmental laws. The EPA has fined manufacturers of tuning devices millions of dollars, and drivers caught rolling coal can face charges ranging from emissions, tampering, to assault. Some states have passed specific anti-coal rolling laws with steep fines, impoundment, and license suspension. This isn't edgy or rebellious. It's a legal time bomb that could destroy your driving record and your truck. Car mods are about creativity and passion, but they also come with responsibility. Knowing the law, not just what's cool, is what separates a true builder from a careless one. If you're modding your car, do it right, do it legal, and keep enjoying the drive without risking your car, your license, or your future. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more deep dives like this. Drop a comment below. Which of these mods have you seen or done yourself? No judgment. We're just here to educate.